Ahoy there and welcome back to Build with the Boys. We've now got to finish out the month. Issue 50, if I get the right one, issue 52 of Hachette's Build the Titanic. We have got next to nothing to do in this one. It is sparse, but we'll get it done. It's almost a mirror of issue 50, but with even less. So 50 had very little to do. This one's got even less. We are making another cutter, so exactly what we did in issue 50. We're installing an LED strip, exactly as we did in issue 50. We're not doing anything with the lifeboat. Sort of. Oh, no, we are. We do a lifeboat as well. It's literally issue 50. The only difference is instead of putting the aft staircase dome in, we put the aft staircase skylight in. That's it. Other than that, it's a mirror. It's literally a mirror. It is what it is. As you should know by now, February is Valentine's month on the channel, and we've been talking about love in our Titanic talks, and we had love in the first one. In issue 49, we had lust with lingerie. In issue 50, we had chocolate, which is a staple of Valentine's in 51. And in 52, we're going to have flowers. So we're going to talk about flowers of the Titanic at the end of this one, which, as weird as it sounds, is actually quite interesting. So stick around for that. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe, but let's get this one open. Let's get this built. So here's our inventory check for issue 52. We get the cable again. You don't need to use this cable. Put the cable somewhere safe. We got our LED strip. Again, it looks identical to the last one that we had. I will test this to make sure it works. I'll do that off camera just to make sure my bulbs work. I advise you do the same. Don't find it the hard way that your LEDs don't work. Take your test board. You know what? Let's just do it now. We got the test board here. Let's see if it's working. So let's pop this wire in. Sorry, I'm just doing this off camera, ambling away and talking to myself. Let's make sure these LEDs actually work. Pop into the test board here. There we go. So I can see all of my bulbs are working on that side, and then more importantly, that one there's working as well. So I know that's working. I know that's good. But that's all we need to do. So we've tested that one. Let's get this installed. This is identical to issue 50. So starting with our lifeboat, we're going to take our tarp, pop that one on there, like so. Now you will have another tarp in here that doesn't have holes. No holes. So we're going to take our two, they call these gears. Those go in there. These don't glue. They're very adamant in every one that we do of these. Do not glue. I don't know why, but they're telling us not to, so okay, we won't. It's fine. Let's get the other one in. So there we go. It's another lifeboat done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the cutter, which is easy to tell which one the cutter is. The cutter is the smallest of them. And again, these do need glue, and you do need to glue these in. So the way this is going to go, I'll pop a little bit of glue on the bottom there, and then it's going to sit in there. So you want the overhang coming off the back. You don't want it facing in. I'll get this one done. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about with the alignment. So this is how your cutter should look. There you go. That's the style we're going for. We're not attached it to anything, so that one's done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our davits. Now, again, it's a lot easier when you only got one set of davits to do. So quite simply, this side with the button on it, let's go that side, and then that slots in there. Oh no, it doesn't. That's me thinking I'm doing 50. See, nearly caught me out there. Let me just make sure the alignment's correct on this one. Don't want to tell you to do it wrong. Right, davit. Yes, right, okay, so completely ignore what Scott said. Pin that side. This is going to attach into there. I'm going to glue that. We're not going to fit it yet, because before we do that, we're going to put the LED underneath the deck. So let me bring the deck up. Okay, so locating, there we go. There's where the dome for the aft grand staircase goes. Our LED is only going to fit in one way. So we're going to put our light through there. I'm going to fold this one under, and then we're going to use the screwdriver method where we go from the other side. We just gently push those down. Let's tuck this one in. I'll get that done and we'll take a look. So that's that one in. Again, just gently move one of those up just to slot it in place. Don't push down on your board. You don't want to crack your board. That'd be a nightmare. So there we go. You can see we've now got all of the LED strips in place on the bottom of our decking. Looking nice. We have a little bit more to do on the deck, and that will complete this one for the month. Okay, so we installed our latest davit. That's where it goes right in there. And that is all we've got to install. The last thing we need to do is we have the skylight piece, which you recognise in the actual grand staircase. That just pops over there. Again, that's in. Don't glue this. That's how that looks. That's in. Don't glue it. You can hold it with masking tape if you want, or you can just put it in wherever your safe place is to keep all your bits safe. And that is how we're looking. And really rather nice. Unfortunately, it's not loads to do. We're pretty much done, but let's have a chat. So this is how we're now looking with everything loosely in place. It's looking nice, right? So we can come down here. There's our deck house. That will light up as well because the LED from the strip we just put in goes in there. It's looking lovely. Looking really nice. Happy. Really happy. Let's have a chat. So that is number 52 complete, and that closes out the month of this pack of 4. And you know what? There's very little to do in this one. Very, very little. But it's starting to look nice with all the little intricate details. It's starting to look, everywhere you look, your eyes caught by something else. And I think that's beautiful. That's kind of what you want on a display model this size. You want to look around and just keep seeing something new. And I think that's what we're starting to get going on. And there's so much more detail to go on this. It's just looking great. It really is. I can tell you, coming up in 53 to 56. Yeah, 53 to 56. Funnel. That's what we're doing. So we're going to work a bit on the wheelhouse. We work a little bit more on the deck house. But then we are making funnels 3 and 4. I think that's right. I'm sure that's right. Unless someone's going to already made funnel 3. I don't think we have. We will have all the funnels in place. By issue 57, we will have all the funnels in place. There is no hull coming up in the next 4. And certainly not in 57. So the first one of the next 4, there's no hull either. It's pure deck. I don't know when we're going back to the hull. I've had a lot of people ask me, do you know when the hulls come back? I don't know. I don't know. I would imagine we are staying where we are for now. But this section certainly looks like it's coming to an end, because once the funnels are in place, a bit more decking down there, we're done. We've got another smoke generator to build in next months. We've got the dummy funnel 4 that didn't do anything. We're making that as well. So these will be in place. So all 4 funnels will be on here. This section certainly will be done. I don't know where we go next. So I don't know if we return to the hull or if we start building up underneath this, because there is a whole structure to go underneath this. I kind of hope we stay with this. I know everyone wants the hull, but I kind of hope we stay with this, because with the staircase hanging down and things like that, I want as much pressure off the bottom as possible. So if we can build that up with some structure, I'd be a lot happier. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know. And that's part of the fun of doing these, I guess, isn't it? You never know what's coming. You really don't. That's it for this one. If you're just sticking around for the build instructions, thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated. Helps the channel massively, and thank you for stopping by. If you're sticking around for our Titanic talk, we're going to talk about flowers. It's not a long conversation, this one. It's about the flowers of the Titanic that displays some of the opulence that was on board. And what with it being Love Month, we've had lingerie, we've had love, we've had chocolate. Why not flowers to finish it out? So flowers of the Titanic. There were loads on board. There were an absolute ton of flowers on board, and they were kept in the fridge. They were kept in the kitchen fridges. Because of that, flowers were somewhat rationed. So they weren't abundant. They weren't everywhere. And you don't see a lot of them in photos of Titanic. The reason for that is all of the suites daily had white roses and pink carnations put in them daily. So they had fresh displays of white roses and pink carnations. If any of the suites had a private balcony, private view, they also had fresh poppies and daffodils put in them daily. So they would have fresh basket displays. In the standard first class rooms, they had pink carnations. They didn't get the roses, they just had pink carnations. And along certain areas of the first class deck, there were there were some floral displays. Again, it was daffodils, poppies, pink carnations, and white roses. There was some displays in the dining rooms along the windowsills. Beyond that, no. So what did they do with the dead flowers? They weren't dead. I mean, that's the thing. These flowers been on display for a day. They tossed them overboard. So the flowers, when they went to change them, they literally went overboard, and the new ones went in. The only other flower that was quite abundant on the Titanic were men were given a boutonniere. If they were dining in the first class lounge, they were given a fresh buttonhole every evening for dinner, because it was a requirement of the dining room. They were given a fresh buttonhole. To honour the flowers that were on the Titanic, they actually named a rose the Titanic. So there is a rose called the Titanic rose, and it is quite a beautiful rose as well. It honours the white roses and the pink carnation, where it's a pink rose that fades and goes whiter as it goes out. It's a gorgeous rose. It was named after the Titanic in honour of the Titanic, and you can buy them. They're lovely. You can grow them as well, as you can get the seeds and grow these yourself. But this rose is the Titanic rose. What a gorgeous thing. So I'm actually going to try and source some of those seeds, and I'm going to try and grow some Titanic roses. We are moving home from where we are, so I don't want to start them here. We're moving house. I'm hoping that I can start them, and by the time this one ends, I will have a vase of Titanic roses I've grown myself that I can display next to the Titanic. Fingers crossed. I don't know how easy they are or aren't to grow, or how easy they will or won't be to source, but that is the plan. I'm going to try to grow my own Titanic roses and see what we can do. But if you have got a Titanic enthusiast in your life and you want to do some romantic Valentine's Day, why not Titanic roses? Do you know how much I'd loved it if my wife got me Titanic roses? She didn't, but I would have loved it if she did. That's all for this one. Thank you for sticking around. We will be back next month with issues 53 to 56, where we'll be building funnel. We have got a lot more coming up on the channel. So we have Disney Doll's House coming up. We have Tumblr. So the Batmobile Tumblr will be up around about early March. We're due the next 2, I think. I'm sure it's 2. Of the Batmobile Tumblr will be on the bulkhead. We have got R2-D2 coming up on the channel. We have got Disney Crochet coming up on the channel. We also have, rather excitingly, subscribe to the Infinity Gauntlet. So the Infinity Gauntlet will become to the channel. I don't know when. It's on pre-order at the moment, but that will become to the channel as well, along with some wooden builds. We have another book nut coming up, and we have a few other of the wooden Row Life and Roka models coming up on the channel as well, along with our weekly catch-ups. And we are doing an Ask Me Anything very soon. So if you would like to ask a question, I get asked loads of questions all the time that I think it's just easier if I just answer them all in one go. It could be anything. It could be about me, about models. I get asked quite a lot, what is that on the shelf? If something on the shelf bothers you, I want to know what that is, ask and I'll tell you. You can pop it in the comments, but the easier way to do it is contact us at buildwiththeboys@outlook.com. If you ask me anything in your header, my wife's going to write these down so I can just pull them out of the hat, not know what they are, and I'll answer on the channel. Please try and keep it clean. And we'll go from there. But in a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. Thank you for stopping by. In Love Month, particularly of February, if you have the opportunity to tell someone you love them, maybe buy them some flowers. Definitely do it. Once again, in a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice, and we will catch you on the next one.